Buddy, how gratifying or happy are you for Sam Hilliard, not just for tonight, but the way he's come back to this team and contributed?
Yeah, very, very happy for Sam, Patrick, without a doubt. I think, Sam's an original Rocky, right? I think the time he put in here, when you're drafted by a team and you eventually get to the big leagues, I mean, there's a lot invested there with, player development, major league staff, your heart, and then to come back after being with a couple different organizations and contribute and statistically do very well. It's good stuff, and we all know Sam is a human being. I mean, he's wonderful, and to see good things happen to good people, it's a little special. That's why you asked the question.
Buddy, you talked yesterday about finishing strong, and you guys are kind of on the upswing, particularly at home. 17 of your last 28 here. How you said Patrick used the word gratifying, but how gratifying is it that you guys are continuing to push hard the way you are?
Well, I think it doesn't surprise me, right? I mean, just how hard we're playing and the focus, right? I mean, the wins and losses, you don't know how a game's going to turn out. That's why you play. But I'm never surprised. I'm never taken aback by anything other than complete focus and preparation and work before the game, and then how we play, because that's what our guys do. The players amongst themselves, set a standard. The coaches and I, we coach and teach, and we play, and as a group, we got a lot of young players, and it's good to see the growth happening amongst the younger guys and the veteran guys. Like, I consider Sam a little bit of a veteran. He's a little bit older. He has some service time, but him and Charlie and Kinley and Mac and Rogers and guys who've been around, Cave, are doing a great job of helping the younger fellas.
You also mentioned making this place a home field advantage. That it is a home field advantage.
Do
you feel like your guys are really kind of getting that?
Well, we talk about it. Guys. Again, I think there's so many guys who are they're focused a little bit on their own individual performance. We'll get to that point where there's a team concept around that too. But we got some young guys who are just trying to do what they do. You know what I mean? And hang in there. And we're as coaches, we're we're teaching more of what you're talking about. That doesn't happen overnight.
Can you talk about what you saw in the 10th inning, Brenton Doyle against Drew Smiley there for the walk-off?
Yeah, it was a veteran pitcher who's crafty with a couple different pitches. A little deceptive with the high arm slot, and you can spin the ball. Laid off the first breaking ball, swung at looked to be like a low hard slider that was down below the zone. Laid off another breaking ball, swung and missed the pitch, and then got a breaking ball up. Right, he stayed. I think he stayed. Enough up the middle. I think the approach was to not be be totally aggressive and get that left hip flying and swing out of control. I thought the swing looked as though he was staying up the middle, slow breaking ball. He got the bat head out front on a pitch that was up and drove it down the left of the corner. But it was a good at bat against a veteran guy who's crafty.
But how important tonight, Doyle with runners on third base, 3 different times, brought them all in.
Yeah, it's important that you tack on the runs that you need to tack on, which we did. I mean, it got us to within 1 run both times, both sac flies. So, BD's learning too now. He's not even completed his second year. He's still a young service time player. But games like today give you confidence and give you, a lot of experience that you can do the job and what it takes. Just putting the ball in play. Putting the ball in play is a huge part of knocking in runs. There's a lot of good things that Charlie, put the ball in play to get Shunk over to third in the 10th, right, on a breaking ball. Just tapped it. Got to put the ball in play. As we talk about in a bigger picture, when we talk about our strikeouts, those got to be cut down by putting the ball in play.
Buddy, a well-pitched game. What can you say about Freeland's outing?
Freeland pitched great. I thought 7 innings of, 3-run ball. He battled. Tyron pitched great too. He pitched very well. But I thought, Kyle's stuff was good. We talked about the inside part of the plate. I thought as the game went on, I thought he controlled the inside part of the plate very well. Got some jam shots and ground balls in third, choking off their swings, both with the fastball and the slider. Some change-ups early in the game for outs. I thought Kyle pitched great. Stuff was crisp. Secondary's down. Armstrong hit a high breaking ball. Bellinger hit a fastball that I got to go look at, a sort of funky swing, but he barreled it. Looked to be inside, off the plate. It was a funky swing, but he's got power. He barreled it, so that was a little weird, but Kyle pitched great.
Somewhat lost with Hilliard's homer and Doyle's walk-off. The at-bat by Hunter Goodman, he got down 1-2 with 2 outs in the 9th, able to draw the walk.
No chase. It was great against a guy with really good stuff who's on a little bit of a roll for them. I think I'm glad you brought that up because that was critical. We talked about that in the dugout, that at-bat. And Goody has shown at times aggressiveness and chasing off the plate with a lot of our younger players. But tonight, that's another learning experience for him and other guys watching. That late in the game, pitchers will try to make you expand because it's the 9th and everything's heightened. The crowd's yelling. It's loud. You're hyped up. You want to do a job, and to lay off pitches, it's a good event. So it's good for Goody. Okay.